I
No.
get that there was abuse and I get that. But there's so much more mental abuse right now than
Again,
there
it's
ever
it.
has been.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is like this is what drives me crazy about our culture and our world now is the abuse of words. There
Yes,
is a difference between disciplining a child in a loving way and beating a child. Yeah,
exactly.
I never got
When
beaten.
we became friends, all of our boys were the same, like small
Yeah,
kids, right?
they were. They were.
And I have to say, I've had friends where I love my friend, but I can't hardly hang out with them because I can't stand about being around their kids. Never felt that way about you boys.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I knew that if they got out of line, that you would get them back in line, and I knew that it wasn't going to be a drama for us to
No,
hang out with our boys.
no, it never, and it never was. It was always fun. I
No,
mean, the boys got
right.
along, we got
But
along.
it's just the whole picture of it. It's the whole handing them over to be institutionalized from birth,
Exactly.
not disciplining them at all. Because you
Right.
know, a lot of parents feel guilty. They come home and they haven't seen their kid all day long, and so they're just gonna love on. I get that. I'm not judging anyone. There's gonna be people like, oh, there's nothing else I can do. No, yeah, that's true. I was raised by that woman though. Okay. That woman made sure that that I still felt loved and valuable.
Right.
And she didn't
Exactly.
cave into me. She didn't cave into the guilt of, feeling like I didn't get enough time. She just made sure I became a good human being. And so,
Right.
so I come from it from a completely different perspective. I'm not trying to judge people. I'm just trying to say we have just basically let our kids raise themselves. And this is the product that we're seeing right now. We're
Right.
seeing that because of the internet and, gosh, let's see, how long has the internet really been in our kids' hands? Probably 10 years. It's been in their hands.
Right.
And I literally have had friends. I am not kidding, not like say to me, but I trust my kid. Really? Because you trust the 50-year-old that's been looking for your kid online? You
No,
trust
that's
them?
yes, 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 yes. No, that's the thing. It's like, okay, back to my childhood, my mother, like if I was going to be out late and late was past 10 o'clock, whatever,
Right.
it was always, if you're going to be late, call me. It's not that I don't trust you, I don't
Right.
trust the other people out there.
Exactly.
And look at I mean, the garbage that's, you know, right there at their fingertips on their phones, on their computer or whatever. And there are a lot of evil people out there that are trolling for your
Oh yeah.
get over it. That's what it is. It's what it is.
They're absolutely looking for your kid.
And they
And
know how to
your
talk
kid,
to them. They know what to say to get into their head and tell them, oh, don't tell your parents. Your mom is so whatever.
mhm,
Yeah. So
exactly. And we've seen over and over where there's these programs, and we're gonna give out a um Texas Tough Award to was it a mayor?
yeah,
Mayor
I think
in
so. Yes, it was a mayor.
Kentucky. So we're gonna give out a Texas Tough Award to this mayor, and we'll show it our one of our other videos that really stood up because he found out there was pornography being handed out to the students, and he basically gave them the riot act, and it's good. I'm not going to give it away, but we're people need to start standing up. These kids not only are on the internet 24/7, people trolling for them, but they're also in schools with, unfortunately, some of the teachers who um, want to indoctrinate them and are
Hmm.
giving them filthy assignments and things, to
Right.
do. And we need to be on our toes. I say right now, I'm telling the kids, no more public school. It's just
Oh no,
there's
no.
just so much crap out there. It's just how do you trust anyone anymore? I mean, even in Texas,
Yep.
some of the small towns, I think there's still you can be involved in. But I mean, boy, if you're in Dallas, I don't think I'd send a kid. I don't think
Or Austin.
yeah, oh, Austin for
Yep.
sure not. Yeah, and it's too bad that Texas, it's the Californians, but it's just also I think it's young kids. Young kids are growing up and they're being indoctrinated. And I'll tell you, in the West Texas and in Panhandle area, still yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
Yes.
The family unit's so solid there, And if you have a single mom, I mean, the grandpas are stepping up and the uncles are
Right.
stepping up, and
The uncles, right.
yeah, it's still so solid. It's still America. It's just
Well, and you've
crazy.
got a lot of, most people out there are working hard. They just want to take care of their families.
Right.
They do care about each other as neighbors. And basically they just want to be left alone. They want to,
Right.
live their lives, be left alone. They don't want to make a lot of trouble. They don't. So,
Yeah, live and let live, man. I mean,
right,
let me just live my life and have my family. You
right.
live your life. Don't try and force stuff on me. But I mean, look at can you imagine these kids growing up in this culture that we have? I just think it's how confusing would it be? And there's not parents around. They're handed over to institutions, people who don't love them and pretty much ignore them, and then they're being raised. All of their values are coming from celebrities on the
Well,
internet.
and the thing that really bothers me the most, I think, is the loss of innocence. Because I
Yeah.
think about my childhood, things that there was stuff going on, but I was protected from that world. And our kids now are just losing their innocence at younger and younger ages. And I'm sorry, but it's one thing that if the good Lord's looking down, he's got to be just crying
Oh, yeah.
at the destruction of the innocence of children.
Right. Why can't we just let kids be kids?
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
why
There's
do
too
they
much.
have to know every sexual detail at age 5? That's just
They
so
don't. There's stuff that
stupid.
there's stuff
Come
that they're learning
on.
that I never heard of until I was like 40. So I was like, what? What did they just tell him?
I
What
know.
is
And
that?
my one of our sons, we were having this discussion. He said he realized during COVID time, all these kids, are locked down, right? They're not going to school. So what are they doing? They're online. You think the parents are sitting over them the whole time?
No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah. So what are they watching for
Right.
hours every single day?
Right.
Talk about some mental problems that are going to come out of this.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I mean, no one advocates for them. It's always about, well, everyone's got to work, and yeah, yeah, we all got to work. But when you have your kids got to work that out. You got to figure that out. You can't just sacrifice your children because you want a better house. You
Right.
can't sacrifice your children because you think you need another car loan. You
Hmm.
know, it's
But you gotta, yeah, there are people out there that treat their pets better than they do
I
their
know.
children. And
Yeah,
it's sad.
that's what I said about like the Israel thing. People are like, they don't really care what's going on. Yeah, you should care because if someone killed your pet, your dog in front of you, you'd
Hmm.
want to go demolish their house,
Right.
you know? So yeah, we need to care about this stuff. I mean, we need to care about our American kids. I don't know how we're going back. That's a sad thing. That
Yeah.
to me, so
That's
sad.
that's the scary part actually is
Right.
we've gone to a point where can we take it back without some massive
No
civil war?
civil war. Yeah. For that
Yeah,
Civil
back to the
War will be
Civil
us
War.
seceding as Texans. We'll be
Yeah, yeah.
seceding and
Let's
we'll
do
have our
it.
own country. And we're going to get rid of Austin. We're going to get rid
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be the
we're
capital,
going to
that's for
deport those
sure.
people to the liberal states where they came from or where they want
Right,
to live,
right.
you know, because really, honestly, the underlying tone in Texas is so just old school family value text what do you call it, American values, and I hate to even say American values because what are our values now? What would you say our values are now? Values are teaching our kids how to dress up like a drag. I
Well,
mean,
and it's not about that America is a good place, that America
right.
is the shining city on the hill that will go to the aid of other countries. No, it's America is horrible. America is a nasty place. And, da, da, da. No, it's not. It's
And
not.
you know what? You feel that way, you go.
Right.
We don't
Exactly.
want
If you feel
you.
that,
We don't
leave.
want you.
Nobody's keeping you
Go.
here. Even if
Go.
you're an
And if
American, that's what makes me angry about the actors and the
yeah,
musicians and all these people that are extremely wealthy, and they made their wealth here in America under a capitalist, free market
right.
capitalist. Let's talk that's another subject. Free market capitalism allowed them to be the wealthy lifestyle that they have, and they badmouth America. It's like, okay, then give all your money back and leave.
Exactly.
Just leave.
Exactly.
Nobody's holding you here. So all these people that say, well, if so and so gets elected again, I'm going to do this. It's like, go, just go.
Yeah. We don't want
Just go,
you.
pack your bag and haul. But
You know what they think it's a threat? It's like,
ooh, yay! I
go.
know
Yes,
there's a few of them that's like,
go.
please go now.
Yes, yes. We want you to leave, you know?
Mhm.
And but you know, that also feeds into our kids because that's what they're hearing on the
Yep.
news, and they're hearing these reports of these stupid professional players and these actors and singers and, you know, bad mouth in America. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's all, and they have no guidance at home to help them to navigate through this stuff. Someone to say
Nope.
to them, no, you're not a hero if you make millions of dollars and you go visit a sick kid one time in a hospital. That doesn't make you a hero. That makes you a human being. You need to be, you know, you need to go visit them anyway. Like, I'm sorry, you just do that so you can get a picture. So
Right.
that
Right.
doesn't impress me any,
No.
you know. So that I just don't know how we get the genie back in the box. I'm just I'm
I
worried.
don't know
I'm
either.
worried
I don't
about
either.
America. I mean, we've been convinced don't have kids. There's a billboard right now. There's a billboard up. I don't know what state it's in, but I just saw a picture of it. It says stop having children. And I'm like, um, why?
Well, and then you've got the dinks. Have you heard about the dinks?
No,
Dual income, no
no.
children.
Oh,
Dual income, no children. They're, you know, it's that they're not going to have children because you know, and I'm going, fine, if that's what you want to do, but don't sit there and tell me that I'm a bad person because I do have children.
and we're not even replacing ourselves right now in America, which is sick. It's really sick.
Mhm.
We're not
Mhm.
even replacing ourselves in America. Um, what you got to think through? Like, what does
Yep,
that mean?
I know.
Hey, we would love to hear what people solutions that people have. You know, what we're not interested in is a bunch of BS. If you don't agree with us, thank
We
you
don't
for
care.
listening. Yeah, but we don't give a crap about you.
Yeah,
So
just tune out.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go find someone else because we don't care. You
We
know,
don't.
we're tough. We're Texans. We live our lives the way we want to live our lives. We'll see you later, and remember to stay Texas tough.
That's
Stay
right.
Texas